Hello? What am I doing here? Can, can someone please tell me what I'm doing here? Because I don't know. I'm totally confused.
Wait, don't go to it. Hello. In case you were wondering, this is Butthead. Butthead's name is Brendan. Brendan turned 18 2 days ago. Well, 1 day ago. Oops. Yesterday, he turned 18. So, he's legally allowed to come and bother his mother when she's live streaming on YouTube. So, exempt from the rules that the other two children have to follow. There you go. Say hello, Miss Lisa Jones.
Hello, Miss Lisa Jones. I like my new nickname.
And then you can also do us the honor of saying hello to everybody.
Okay.
Mama Stella, Lisa Jones,
Hello.
Grandma,
Hello, Lisa Jones.
Grandma Texas.
Hello, Grandma Texas.
You don't know me.
Hello, you don't know me.
Then the Wilsons Dallas.
Hello, the Wilson Status.
Uh, Miss Brandy B.
Miss Brandy B.
Okay, that's pretty much it. Get out of my chair. That's it. Get out of my chair. Hello, everybody. Well, our dear wee Frosty Ewok is backstage. Now she's unmuted, so I don't know if she's ready to come up or not. So I'm just gonna wait for her to say, "Pull me up, bitch," something like that. Anyway, and Stella is there. So yeah. Oh, Wilson Dallas. We said something about you should find her here. So yeah, she is here. She's just backstage getting coffee because she definitely needs coffee to deal with us, among other things. But yeah. So how's everybody's week been so far? Happy Hump Day. Eh? How was your week?
My week.
Mm.
Why?
How was the milkshake I made you?
Hammering.
Hammering.
I was totally
You got to tell Grandma Texas you had an awesome milkshake.
I had an awesome milkshake. It literally made me feel like
It knocked him out for an hour. It was so good.
that's how good it was.
Yes. And You Don't Know Me is full of puppy news. You know, You Don't Know Me, I still use that video of yours whenever Stella's pissed at me. When she gets all grrr, I say, puppy, puppy. And then she goes, oh, and then I'm forgiven. So, thank you. Oh, Dad, we need to make another milkshake tomorrow and send Grandma Texas your milkshake massage pic. I forgot all about that.
Okay.
I actually wanted to send you a pic of him passed out on his bed also, but I forgot about that too.
Yeah, but I don't think you didn't know that it was
Yeah, I didn't. I just knew when you got up again and was like, wow, that was fun.
I'm still hammered.
What?
No, it was when I got up.
Yeah,
I'm still
because I
hammered.
just wanted to say, if you're still hammered, mm, there's something wrong. Wasn't that strong?
No, it was a good
Okay, good. For anybody who's wondering, you guys have like Bailey's Irish cream and stuff like that. We got something called Amarula cream. So there was like a bottle in the cupboard that's been
okay.
there for like 84 years. And we got ice cream. We made milkshakes. Grandma and Valerie got cream soda milkshakes, and me, Stella, and Brendan had Amarula milkshakes. Brendan had more than one Amarula milkshake. So yeah, I don't think we is ready yet. She was talking about getting coffee. Getting coffee takes,
And taking the pups out for
yeah,
the week.
and that takes like more than 5 minutes. So yeah. So are you gonna come and sit on my lap then? You were joking with Chris in the other live stream that the two of you were gonna play tug of war over me, and
There will be no tug of war, you're mine.
oh, so there will be no tug of war. I'm taken. Hey, Miss Ashley. So yeah, wow. There's been drama everywhere, everywhere. I think most of us are more familiar with the Ziggy BS. But yeah, we're not focusing on those tonight. We're chilling. So yeah, let me try and copy this link quick so that I can drop the panel. There we go. Link has been dropped. Anybody who wants to come up is more than welcome to do so. Um, yeah. Once again, we don't have a particular topic tonight, but we just wing it. It works. Weirdly enough, it tends to work out because I'll sit here like a batshit crazy person going, what are we going to talk about? And then we magically end up talking about stuff which then results in other stuff. And yeah.
Ginger is here,
Ginger Snap,
but she might be too scared to come up.
how are you doing? Did Stella thinks you're too traumatized from the last time you were up on panel. So I need to ask, are you okay? Oh, speaking of, thanks for that, Mama. Who caught my little video that I just last night on YouTube before I went to Betty Bye? Hello, Miss Trisha.
Something?
Must you do what?
I don't know.
No, you don't have to do anything. Was just wanting you to say hello, considering you're of legal age now.
Oh, so now I can come on whenever and say, this is my face.
Yes. But then you got to do it properly. You got to come up close to the camera and say, "This is my face,"
This is who I am.
and then you go disappear or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
Very good plan.
Okay.
Miss Ash,
Yeah. Okay. Well, enjoy. See you later.
Miss Ashley,
Ginger Snap says hello, Animoy young man.
and she lives in Tennessee.
You see that? That's the look of shocked.
Yes,
Okay,
I am.
Miss Ashley has a question for you.
Miss Ashley has a question for me. See the crap I got in now. Got my kids. Do you know how to see your answer email?
Sticking out the tongue for you.
Hello, you don't know me.
Hey, everybody. I jumped over here because YouTube keeps crashing, and I'm guessing, I don't know if Mama has an iPhone and the other people that have iPhones, but it has been crashing all day on me.
Wow. Okay, well, I don't have an iPhone, but to me it was buffering bad. But yeah, also considering it was buffering very bad while we were going through load shedding. So I was using mobile data, and when the power goes out, the tower's useless. So yeah. Okay. Mama says iPhone crashing here.
Yeah.
So it
I don't know if it's because of the last iPhone update, and sometimes it takes apps a few days to catch up. Who knows? But it's pissing me off. Hi, Ginger, Lisa, Trisha, Mama, of
uh,
course, Ashley.
the Wilsons, Dallas, and Miss Ashley says theirs are doing it as well.
Yeah, so I guess we're just screwed until YouTube does a patch.
Mm-hmm. So how are the puppies?
Fat. They turn 3 weeks tomorrow. I put a little short video up today.
Sweet.
Another one.
Uh-huh.
They're
Yeah,
so. I love them.
I got it on my endless line of YouTube tabs.
Right. Well, I can't even really. I'm surprised it let me upload a video. I guess probably because I went to the studio because I haven't been able to watch a complete video since, I don't know, after sometime after I got to work. Like it was fine this morning, but it's been screwed
Yeah.
up the rest of the day. So,
Hmm. That's
yes,
weird.
9 little puppies ready by Christmas. Put your
Mm-hmm.
deposits down, people.
Well, then you need to send me some info so that I can give out on the channel for whoever might be interested in those puppies.
You can, yeah, I'll get an email or something that you can post because I
Or
have 15 whopping subs, and then they comment, and I'm like, I don't even know who you are, but thanks for watching my video.
okay,
They're
well,
golden
mm,
doodles, Ginger.
what you can, or else the other thing that you can do is we can have them email me, and I can just forward them to you, and then
Oh
you
yeah,
can, as soon as you got an email ready, you can like reply to them.
I can do that. So the folks that I work at a farm for anybody who doesn't know, and they've got poodles and labs and golden doodles, and are semi into breeding. Um, so the last two litters, things have been crazy around here, and I've gotten to be the doodle doula both times. And they didn't have any problems selling the last litter. Of course, there were only 5. There's twice as many this time, so we'll see.
Hmm. Well, I
And
would be happy.
it's it's also Christmas time, and a lot of people do puppies for Christmas. I'm not even really into breeding. I think there's plenty of animals on this planet, but if you're gonna, well, but that I don't tell people what to do with their lives. So, and they actually pay me to help them take care of them. So,
Well,
me,
that
me,
is,
I would never pay thousands of dollars for a dog. You can rescue one and pay thousands of dollars to fix it,
yeah.
but that's just me.
Uh, yeah, there I agree with you. But I'll be happy to help out in any way I can with those.
Sweet, I appreciate that. And if anybody's truly interested, I mean, hit Gertie up, and I'll let you know. I'm in the southeast, and we
Yeah.
can make it happen. So, Ginger, you're
Yeah.
kind of close. Wouldn't you like a cute little puppy for Christmas?
Ginger, you know they're adorable. They're so sweet and cute and cuddly, and you.
I don't know if Brandon's still around, but he looks right handsome for a young adult man. Now go get a job.
Right.
Well,
Hi,
I
everybody.
wish I could get him to do that, but he's got one more year of school left.
Uh,
So yeah, that's a bugger up. He's still got to do his grade 12. That's coming up for him. So yeah, as soon as he's got that done,
I worked in high school. I didn't like it, but I did.
yeah.
But that's because I wanted my own money and my own things. So nobody forced me into work.
Yeah, I don't know why, but when I was younger and it was easier to find like a part-time job that you could do with school, I started working when I was 16.
Yeah, you could
It
do
was,
that, and now a lot of places have well, not even the school restrictions on your hours, but a lot of places just don't want to fool with minor children as employees because if something happens, then their parents are coming after you, and
yeah,
so you know they just pass or let them stand on the cash register. So
yeah. So yeah.
you
Hello,
have
we.
you have pitties.
Hey.
Oh, cool, Lisa. She's a pit bull and a Norwegian elk hound. Well, my cousin has a Norwegian elk hound. It is so big.
Miss Ashley, um, I saw your message. I may be able to help. Possible. I can't promise, but possible. Um, would you be able or willing to forward that email to me? If you are, I may be able to help with that. If you could possibly forward it to me. Um, mm, yeah. Let me just get.
Did they find that guy that killed the baby? And his mom, the one from.
One from?
That's the one I was posting the link about for the Wilsons Dallas in the chat. Uh, uh,
Okay, that well, that would be a start, Miss Ashley. I'll be able to take at least take a look at. Just make sure that you sent it to Griffey with three F's, because if you sent it to Griffey with two F's, then it's not gonna get through to me.
need a bonus F.
Yes, an extra F. Miss Ginger, yes, I heard from Tracy the morning after, and also a day ago, 2 days ago. She's doing better. Thank you for asking. I'm sure she'll pop into the chat, but yeah, she is doing better. You don't know me back? Oh, there's another you don't know me. Look, we got two. Oh, no.
The Wilsons Dallas, I have a load of information, but to cut a long story short, law enforcement have only been releasing the same information repeatedly because that person is the suspected person who did the thing, is still at large, still on the loose, last seen in Connecticut. And yeah, when you read the story or listen to the details he definitely needs to be apprehended and asked some questions quite quickly. Quickly.
Yeah. How do you get this up to Dallas? Decision the news. Okay. Well, let me do this for you then.
I can elaborate in short in a wee second for you, Oklahoma. Give you some dates. I'll try and keep it as PG friendly as possible.
I'll give it a swing, we.
Yeah, it's not, trust me, it's not, this isn't the one we're swinging for. Um, in short, the story is about an 11-month-old child that met an untimely end at the hands of their father. The man is from a place from Naugatuck, Naugatuck in New Haven. And apparently he had custody of his child on this day. Which was the 11th of, the 18th of November. He had the child. He very gruesomely unalived the child, the details of which I will spare you. He then went to see the child's mother. He had an argument with the child's mother. The man's name is Christopher Franceschini. He then had this argument with the child's mother, happened to be on bail at the time, or parole, whatever way you want to term it, had been given special release conditions. He has a long history of violence, although nothing else child related. Removed his ankle monitor and took off. Quite frankly, a very dangerous person for anybody he would come across. So, as if unaliving your own 11-month-old daughter isn't gruesome enough, he is literally just a repugnant human being. So, I hope that law enforcement catches up with him before somebody else does. Sorry, that'll bring the mood down. That's why I wanted to try and get that out and done and quickly. Sorry. So yeah, if you click the wee link, you'll see it. If you're anywhere that's near that neck of the woods, there's a whole description of a car. There's pictures of his face. There's not very much extra information because, like I say, he has been on the run since then. But a very dangerous person. Yep. So, okay. Love you, everybody. Hugs for everybody. let's pretend that we can do something about the world.
Hi, Bumblebee. Griffy just went to do some adulting. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you all.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, judgmental Chihuahua. Okay, now you need to talk. I don't know what to talk about.
So I had to gather myself there so that I didn't say. I think most of you know me by now to know that that story would push all of our buttons. So yeah, had to gather myself there before I let my wee Irish temper just go off the charts. Because quite frankly, all that's going to do is upset everybody else and not the person I would really love to take it out on. So
Yeah.
you know, let's have a little reset. How's everybody doing today? How have you all been doing on these crazy YouTube streets? You've all survived for the most part. Congratulations, that's a good thing. That is a good start. Everything after that can be worked upon because this place gets crazier by the day. Just when you think you've reached new lows or new sideways moments of what on earth is even happening here, it gets slightly more unhinged. So yeah, have you all survived more or less in one piece?
No.
Oh well.
Yeah, I had to go do that parent thing, which normally is not a problem, considering the fact that my children are pretty much always asleep when I start live streaming. But now I've got a 6-year old that is trying her utmost to be grown up like her brother. So she wants to do all the things like her brother and not sleep. So yeah, I gotta admit I do have a pretty awesome son because while I was trying to get all her stuff settled and everything done so that she can go and lay down, he comes to me and he says, "Mom, go do your live stream. I'll sit with her until she sleeps. Don't worry." And I'm like, "What?" So yeah, there I was dumbstruck for a couple of seconds. You,
Yeah, look, when you're timed out by your child, what?
oh,
Yeah.
judgmental Joelle, you were talking about. Oh yeah.
Now look, if we're gonna go there, the wheels will come off this shebang. So you will need to decide on whether we're doing the very PG version, not the prayer garden version. That's a very different version. The child friendly version, or whether we do the Irish let me tell you all about yourself version.
You know, I'm thinking of having a batshit crazy night. One of those live streams, like a batshit crazy one. Come and say all the things. Give all your opinions on all the things. Because the one thing I was thinking about when putting that little video thing together was how many people, how many, whether you're a creator yourself, whether you're just following these channels or members of these channels or whatever the case may be, or just occasionally listening in. You know, between you and I alone, we and the occasional piping up from Stella, coming up from the rear. How many how many opinions? How many times a day do we go like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Nobody has ever heard me say that. Not once. Not once.
There I would
I
agree.
I love this place. I love everything about it. I love every moment that I see people being tortured by people who used to be their friends. I love every moment where I see people being manipulated, grifted, stolen from, abused. I love it. I love all of it because who wouldn't enjoy watching the worst qualities that humanity has to offer in a sector of the internet that's meant to be helping victims? What are we doing? What are you doing? What am I doing? What is life? Why are we here? Why is this acceptable? Just why? All of the whys. Stop it. I don't like it. Behave yourself. Settle down. Go to bed.
So, yeah. You see, all that in a nutshell describes to you in small detail how we is currently feeling. If you take everything she said and you apply the opposite, that would be the case. You'd be on the right direction. So, yeah, I know we're all frustrated, irritated, completely and utterly pissed off. I just think if there were any interest in it, I would have a live stream say come rant as much as you want. Come and give all your thoughts and opinions. If you want to remain anonymous, you can remain anonymous. No problem. Because there is also those that would love to talk about what is bugging them about this whole deal. But they know the moment that they do, they're going to get shit for it. They're going to go into a chat and, oh, you were the person that had that to say about that. So, yeah, we can do the anonymous thing too. I just feel that people need a voice. They need to.
Right. Well, here's the thing. This is where it gets dicey. Because I hear that all the time. People need a voice. Come on up and speak your piece, say your thing, do whatever. And then somebody has an opinion that will rattle the cage of someone else. Because, quite frankly, none of us ever know what we're going to say on a constant basis, unless you've come with a script. If so, congratulations. I admire your effort, but you're frightening me. If that, the rest of us just are sort of trying to string a coherent sentence together at some point, occasionally, maybe once in a wee while. The rest of it is, just conversation. Some people, though, take that way too far. For example, last night, here's a good example. There was another channel that shall not be named, over at that channel, just having a wee chit chat. Different person in the chat that I don't get on with. They know this, I know this. We both live our lives, we both exist. I don't need to go and hunt that person down. I have my opinions. I have multiple reasons for having that opinion. I will back it up if I ever need to. But quite frankly, that was not the point of being there or the moment to do so. So, what happened was that person then ended up on panel and did as they always do by starting to tell their truth, their story, their moment on the panel, and then go through the chat and single people out that they don't like and make snarky, bitchy comments to those people, including myself. I was told to go fuck myself, and I'm like, oh, if I take a link now, girl, I will hand you your ass so severely you will be prolapsed for life, and I will record every moment of it. But
Someone told our dear Wee to go fuck herself.
you think there's a reason why I don't tell you these things, Griffey? You think? You think?
Wow.
And here's the thing. This is where it all does get unfortunate, because most people would then take that situation and blame the channel holder. Not the channel holder's fault. They had no way of knowing they were going to say that. Apart from the fact of previous behavior, but you know, it's not their fault. It's the person who said it. They're responsible for their words. That person is responsible for it. And if anything, all you have done there is show me your true colours in spectacular fashion once more. I got time. I'm a patient bitch.
You played the long game.
Oh, girl, I got you. Keep playing. And yes, Ginger, I would have loved to. If they had a sense of humour at all, it would have helped. But, you know, there's some people you just can't help. You just gotta accept that they have issues. That's it.
Oh God, I love it. Mama, I would have paid big money. I would have paid big money to see that. But yeah, to that person I could say, you better hope I do not find out your name. Because when I do, hello, how you doing?
There's a reason why I keep my activities all secret, squirrel. It's not because, unlike most people, I don't trust my friends. That's not it at all. It's because I love my friends. I have no reason to use my friends as weapons. In fact, I live my life trying to keep them out of other people's bullshit. If that is what it takes to make that other person feel better for 2 minutes, that is a really sad statement of affairs. And, you know, I'm not the one that has to live my life like that. Good luck. Good luck. Because you're going to need it. I don't. I have friends. They make me laugh. We have a great time. None of us are betraying each other. None of us are running around with screenshots and wee videos and wee sneaky bitchy moments. None of us are running around backstabbing each other because we have no need. We grown. We adult over here.
We do that adult thing where whenever, I mean, and I invite is on the regular, and I mean that's the one of the most ultimate things that we and I have in common. If you have a problem with me, if I fucked up in some way, if you're curious about something, if somebody told you that I fucking climbed the clock tower and took out of town, whatever the case, come and talk to me. Just ask me and I'll tell you. We can have an adult conversation, you know, the adult thing.
Yep. For example, in another chat last night, I was curious about something that had troubled me for a few days. I had tried to find the answer elsewhere. I asked the person who I was curious about this situation. It wasn't deep down and dirty private give me your bank statement information. It was just, a question. They could have said yes, they could have said no, they could have said go F yourself. Any variation thereof.
Yeah.
They answered me. I appreciated it. It was polite, it was respectful. We moved on with our lives. Because that's how we do. That's how we do.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's such an alien concept to so many people. Where I'm not trying to pretend I have my shit more sorted out than anybody else. Good God, that is not the case. However, the day you catch me running background checks on, subs and shit,
Sorry.
you have my full permission to not just run an intervention, but to unplug me from Tinterwebs entirely and hide me from the world at that point, quite frankly, because
You will be immediately ejected from the closet and escorted out of Lesboland forever.
you're no fun. God damn it. Just got all cozy in here, put out my wee cushions, put up little curtains, all my tiny sandwiches materials over here. It's great. And now you're going to take it all away from me.
We do the adult thing. No fucking background checks on subs and followers. And who the fuck does that? I ask again, who the fuck are these people?
Well, this is partly. I know we're being very annoying and not naming people because the people themselves aren't the important part of this story. It's the behaviors. The behaviors are what crops up here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
People want to criticize places like the drama community or the Boit or whatever for how they conduct themselves, but at least you know what you're going to get over there. At least you know what's going to come at you head on.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, if you don't and you're in it, there's nothing anybody can do to help you at that point.
And I also had like a situation today. I was like helping out in Miss Tina's chat. And she was talking about all these different creators. And I already know Miss Lisa Jones had no fucking clue who she was talking about. So, yeah, that on the one side you can say, yeah, you don't name names because in general, like if we sit here and we talk about the drama community, most of the folks in here are not going to know what the heck we're talking about or who this person is or that person is. And it's going to end in like a 5-hour live stream explaining all the shit to everybody.
Welcome to my life. Welcome to my entire life.
And by saying 5 hours, I'm like being very, very nice. But,
Sorry.
so yeah. Why? I'm sorry you didn't do shit.
Because it usually takes more than 5 hours and it's pretty much daily. And then this one, and then this one, and then this happened. And then this.
And oh my god, you should have seen this.
Why are they doing this? Why? And why am I watching it? What is even happening?
The one thing I really can't take is, yeah, you get trolls that create accounts like on the daily to go in a chat and go say some shit. But by them doing that, it causes anybody else that, let's say, like Brendan, for example, let's say he wants to create himself a YouTube account and come and say hi. If he would come into this chat or wherever else we roam and say hi, all the mods are immediately going to go and look when his channel was created, what he wants, who he is, and ask him a whole lot of dumbass questions. to me, it's tiresome as shit and unnecessary in most cases. If somebody wants to be a damn troll, right, you'll see it pretty quickly. You don't need to go and look up when they created their account. If they want to be a troll and they want to say some shit, they're going to say it within the first three chats that they give.
Only if they're a really shitty troll.
Also true.
This is where, again, look, I have standards. I have been around the internet a long time. I am not a creator. I am just a friend of some people who have a sweet little channel. And I'm here for the ride. But quite frankly, people are batshit. People are literally batshit. Every flavor that you could possibly imagine. Now you're going to get a big pot, mix all that together, add a little bit of plutonium just for good measure, and maybe, some of that really good strong drugs, just for a little bit of spice. And then, maybe warm that slightly just to create some excitement. At which point you still have only a smidge of what is floating around on the internet. People are dangerous for the most part. We are all used to the fact that in life, usually, we all have friendships. Some end, some continue. We do our best. It doesn't mean I have to tear you 10 ways till Sunday. But quite frankly, if you come for me, you're going to want to consider that situation.
Yeah.
I find it very strange how there are some people who act like their poop doesn't stink and want to waft it everywhere. Here, have this. In fact, they cover their friends in it, baptize them in the poop, and then want them to be grateful for it. What? What is that? Who does this? If anything, it's usually a good way for me to say, okay. I don't want to be your friend. No. This isn't a one-off. This isn't a you've had a bad day. You're on your period. You've had a bad week, a bad month, a bad year. No. I just don't. No. I'm done. Goodbye. Live your good luck.
Okay, this is the part where I go all TMI saying, hi, my name is Amy. I'm currently on my period and my shit definitely does stink.
Congratulations.
I can knock her out the room.
I mean, we could go all biological and bore the ever-loving shit out of people right now, but yes, there's a reason why the poop stinks. There's a very good reason why the poop stinks.
Yes.
But, is he putting his way around the home, Oklahoma?
So, yeah, all of our shit does stink. It does. Some more than others. But Lisa Jones says she can smell you all the way from Ireland.
Is that just the BO, or is that the poop, or is that just my natural Ernie Shell style pheromones that are just lightning tiger wafting their way towards you, Lisa?
Did you get the super platinum membership? Because if you did, yeah, you got that shit all over you.
Bish, I have a medallion on each earlobe and I am living my best life.
Well, whatever works for you. There, I can be. I can escape that by saying thanks, but I'm not into dudes.
Well, I mean, I would think if you were ever going to change your mind, announcing it on live stream would be a heck of a way to ruin your wife's happiness. But um, moving past that, of all the dudes that you could be interested in, if you did say it was Ernie Shell, I'd be like, no, look, what are you doing here? What are you doing there?
Even if I was in the market for men, that would be the last thing on earth I'd go for. If he was the last man on a deserted damn island and the future of humanity depended on us to repopulate the earth, I am terribly sorry, but he would die with his weenie in his hand.
And yet, for some reason, I think that would make Ernie quite happy.
He does quite love himself, doesn't he?
Look, that man would beyond eat himself if he was chocolate. He would wrap himself up in a whole little Hershey kiss. He would be happy, so happy. he this is the reason why, yeah, part of the reason. Sorry, let me correct myself. Why Ernie will not be happy, because he is so broken and can't admit it that he has to put on this front of, in his head, he has decided he's some sort of international movie star playboy, and dude, no, just no.
Okay then.
No.
Maybe him and Benny can do a movie together. Misguided dudes in Little China.
Well, funny you should mention that. Funny you should mention this. I'm pretty sure there is porn out there with such a thing. However, Ernie, again, because he seems to take this little notion every couple of months, is now heading to Texas to hunt Benny down. Like big game hunting on the Serengeti. He's going to Texas to track Benny. Dun dun dun.
Okay. Well,
I think that was Benny's reaction too, like, okay, whatever. And I don't even like Benny. It's just like,
that
yeah, whatever.
that would be the Halmenius dude that has threatened to do that. I wish one of them would just fucking do it and record it so the rest of us can actually see. Because right now it's just like foreplay with no end result.
Look, at this point, you know the way rap, etc., have literally clown for Bullhorn Betty and the gang? What I think we need to do is get Aquahoma with a lasso and some of that special milkshake that Brendan had for his birthday. And we're going to send her out with a GoPro camera and a live stream hotspot and just let Aquahoma handle Ernie and Benny. I would give you every penny I have, which isn't much, but let's pretend it is. Let's pretend it is. I would give all of it to watch that occurrence, because those two dudes would not know what the fuck they were in for.
Maybe you need to sweeten the pot for Aquahoma. Then you go like, I got pounds sterling that I could send you. Not a lot, but I do have them.
Yeah. Instead of dollar bills, I've got those paper notes, yo. With the Queen's picture on it. They're royal and shit.
I'm wiping my ass with the Queen's face.
Right? I mean, I'm not even going to say.
It depends on your definition of which part.
Well, again, funny you should mention that because I remember Ernie telling a story about. No, this is Ernie's story, not mine. About being threatened by a little person. And how really he had took a swing at said little person. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what you think you are. I don't know what height those lifts are you wear in your shoes. But good God, they're not stilts. You're still a tiny person yourself there, wee man. And quite frankly, any actual little person I have ever met would handle you and your nuts in a vice before you could even get that greasy old hat off your head. So, I don't know what he thinks he's playing at. Between watching these two past it excuses for human behavior, there's look. That's why I say let Aquahoma go handle them. Just
Oh yeah, she'd be kicking
Perfect.
their ass.
perfect. Go to bed, Benny. Go to bed, Ernie. Boom.
Mama says she would be fearful that BK would hit her with a pissy pillow. And yes, I agree. $17 pay per view. We have to pay Oklahoma somehow.
Aquahoma, 6 hours. We could have you there by morning. Come on now. Let's blowjob Betty the heck out of this and just get you there because, quite frankly, I'm feeling slightly turned on by this situation. I feel like we need to make it happen.
I can just imagine that. That would definitely be a live stream worth watching. On repeat. And I wouldn't even mind taking out a huge loan, not on someone else's credit card, to be able to pay that.
It would be glorious. Glorious, I tell you.
He would go wee 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 all the way home.
Yes, that's why I was saying wee. Come on, folks, catch up for goodness sake. Come on, you're meant to be on my crazy wavelength at times here. Not all the time, because that would worry me for your mental health. But, just every once in a while, just when you hear, wee.
So, yeah. Yeah.
I had a whole image in my head. Look, bear with me here, folks. Bear with me. Benny has quite clearly stated how around the property that him and his parents now live on, that well, to hear Benny that there's a flock of murderous chickens and roosters on the loose. Now, he has had what you would call a battle of wits, which take it quite as it was intended there, with a rooster for quite some time. I had this whole scenario in my head of Ernie turning up, trying to be all stealth, with camo paint on his face, his little tactical vest that he ordered off Amazon, his wee tool belt that he got from, the local toy store. He's just going to be, a couple of little pistols from Dollar General's strapped to each leg,
And his little badge that he got out the lucky packet.
a press pass from Billhorn Betty. He's going to be fully equipped, ready for action, wandering into a flock of crazy chickens. At which point, I just want to sit and observe this entire situation. I would be never so happy to see a murderous chicken. I think it would be glorious, in fact. A rabid chicken on the loose.
After all is said and done in that whole affair, we can go to the chicken's trial in a Bullhorn Betty fashion and go and put a whole heckling crew there to appeal to the judge to exonerate the poor chicken because he was doing public service.
People often run this little narrative on the YouTubes of, you don't understand. You didn't grow up in my circumstances. You have no idea. Now look, imagine that scenario if it was a chicken. You cannot argue with the chicken. Were you a chicken? Were you? Are you going to admit you were a chicken? If so, you have defeated your own argument. Boom, chicken wins.
Yeah.
Trial
Sorry.
over. Chicken victorious. Chicken on the loose and now being interviewed on 60 Minutes. You're welcome.
Well, that would have worked. Oh, I was going to say something about that. But yeah, then it completely pulled an Ernie on myself and almost went running down the highway. Sometimes I sit and wonder to myself if Ernie doesn't watch regular YouTube and flips through the channels like we do, has a little moment where all his thoughts and opinions and everything align so perfectly that he is almost like normal. And that drives him batshit, and that's what's making him run down the freaking highway.
I mean, I think we can all relate to that at some point, where you sort of think, well, quite frankly, compared to some of these other stunts we see being pulled, there could be worse things to be doing.
Yeah.
It's maybe not the best option in life, however, we do see worse, so,
Yeah. Now it's
go
like,
fight a chicken. Go fight a chicken. Live your best life.
yeah, have fun at that.
Arm wrestle a chicken. Hot wings.
Very hot wings.
Did you see that literally register in Griffey's brain? Did you see? I mean, it was almost like the thought literally left my home, got to the docks, took a ferry from Belfast to South Africa, got off, wandered aimlessly through the streets to find the one house that everyone lives in South Africa, wandered up all the stairs, got to Griffey's room, opened the door, walked in, closed the door, had a wee seat, looked at Griffey, and then it hit. Boom.
Which reminds me, today I was asked if I am evil exists.
Ask him. Ask who? Ask Ernie or the
Some,
chicken?
no. Somebody in the chat asked me, Griffey.
Ask us.
Oh,
Well,
somebody asked you? Oh,
yeah,
right. Okay.
like asking me and Stella if we are evil exists.
Well, look. What? What?
And we were like,
What?
no. And then it was quite fascinating because this person tried to figure out where they knew us from. And I was having too much fun to actually just tell them.
That's always good. It's like the whole you just sprung up out of nowhere. No. You know how I know this? Because if you check the YouTubes, you'll see that I've been here a little bit, I haven't changed my name. I haven't got 400 aliases. I haven't.
Yeah.
I've had no desire to make my own channel. I've had no desire to bear my own arse on the YouTubes on a daily basis. Some people wish to do it by themselves. Some people wish to play silly buggers. I'm definitely a silly bugger, but I won't hurt people deliberately.
And you also own what you say.
Hi,
Correct.
Tracy.
Good and bad. Good and bad.
You don't play silly buggers in the sense of sitting in this chat saying, "Oh, you're awesome, you're brilliant, you're amazing.
Well, here's
That
the thing.
other creator is such a dickbag." And then
If
go
you-
to the other creator.
No, sorry, love. Carry on. Sorry.
Then go to the other creator. "Oh, that creator's such an asshole. I love you. You're awesome." Who the fuck do you think you're fooling? Do you really think the rest of the world does not see you?
But they do. They do think that. They do think that. And that's where it's mind blowing. I'm like, you do realize anybody can come in here, right? They don't even have to say hello. They don't need to be in the chat. They don't need to do any of the things. They don't need to. You're doing all the work. You are. You don't. Nobody else needs to do shit. But yeah, Evil Exists has a monetized channel. So what? Why would she be sitting in pure darkness half of the day if there was, the possibility of being able to move to an entirely different location and have like a generator and all that sort of exciting stuff, so you could maybe see each other for the other half of the day? Glorious, I tell you. Glorious.
Yeah. I was like, I fucking wish I was Evil Exists. That would have been
People.
amazing. Because yeah, that is some monetization I can do with.
Right?
Yeah.
I
But it
mean,
was like, no. Oh, okay. Were you on this dude and this dude's panel? I was like, whose? No. Oh,
which panels did they think you were on, Griffey? Now I'm intrigued. Now I need more details.
I don't know even the names. It's like, what?
the only one that I actually recognized was Evil Exists. The rest were like, what?
I don't go anywhere.
And after a whole deal, I was just like, you know what? Let me say this thing, which I normally hate saying because it's not something that I'm particularly proud of. But where you've seen me before is Nita's World, Mystery Angels, and on here.
Oh God, desperate measures. We've pulled the cord. We've hit the red button. Boom. We have ripped off all of the plasters. It went time for the let's bare all the wounds. Here is the terrible moment.
Mama's funny. um,
Which
So-
ball cream are you buying, Oklahoma? Are there a selection of ball creams? I say this knowing that 2 years ago I did buy my brother. I always buy him like a funny joke present to unwrap. I bought him a thing called Betty Swallocks. Because he goes to the gym. He's a total gym bunny of a person. And I thought I was being hilarious. Of course, he doesn't appreciate my old sense of humor. He thinks I'm batshit, which I am. But it made him laugh. I don't care. It was funny to me. I'm like, there you go, wee bro. Keep yourself in tip-top shape. Manicure those Betty Swallocks. Manicure them, I tell you.
Yeah. Do that Metro Man thing.
Yeah. Oh. Look, you've no idea. No idea. He is literally a whole situation of self-preening that I could never be arsed with. I'm like, nah. If I have to look at myself like that long, I have obviously missed an entire part of the day or something because yeah, I'm sure there's paint to watch dry or something. That would be way more riveting.
You know,
I could watch a tiny man fight a chicken. Why would I be looking at myself?
I'm starting to think that watching paint dry is quite an interesting idea because today alone, that's the third time I have read or heard that statement. I'd rather watch paint dry.
There are videos of watching paint dry. There have been Twitch streams of paint drying. It has been a whole thing. A whole thing. Welcome to the internet, everybody. People are batshit. You're welcome.
So, yeah.
Lisa, which one has on an eye patch? Is it Ernie or the chicken or an unnamed temporary fighter who may have been drawn in from another state, having been given the $17 to travel to Texas? Which one is it? I need to know. Just saying.
Lisa's reply, oh my god.
Moments like this where she wishes she could shut my electricity off.
Yeah.
I love you, Lisa. I love you. But which one? Do all three of them have an eye patch? Are we just having a one-eyed fight? That sounds like terribleness has happened there. Also, like porn. Just saying, all of the things are possible.
Why am I imagining? Yeah, why am I all of a sudden imagining they're not really using that eye?
Right? Like,
One-eyed cockfight.
A one-eyed cockfight.
between two passed dudes and a demented chicken, I'm just look. A roided up chicken.
Oh,
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
I bet I bet we'd be able to sell that on pay-per-view for $17 a watch.
Yep, so if you all sign up to the OnlyFans and the Patreon, you will get first access and 10% off any future dealings. You're welcome.
Yeah. Don't
Get the squirrel.
don't say we never gave you anything.
I have to be very, very careful with the squirrels. There's a nameless person around the chat who, if I start to mention a sexual conduct of squirrel, will take it
I know
very
that.
sideways. And
We forgot. We need to say hi to Linny.
hey, hey, Linny.
I was, I actually have been watching out to see if I see Linny in any chats because I wanted to say, Linny, I am so heartbroken. You went through all that trouble
Oh, God, here we go.
to tell me all about herself. And she told you to come and visit us, and you never came to visit, Linny. Why? Why, Linny? Why didn't you come
You're gonna have to
visit?
explain it.
Oh, Mama, Linny is this other chick that
Oh, that was
was
helpful. That was helpful, Griffey. Well done. Well done. Good night, everybody. That super explained it all. Bye. See you next week.
Eyes and nose and ears.
Okay, well, I'm fucking up the story again, but that's what I'm good at.
I'm only joking.
She was-
She knows I'm joking.
She was just giving me all sorts of shit in a chat with these weird, quotey, backhanded comments
Be-
and stuff.
Be water, my friend. When the water is boiling and your head is in the water and you are drowning, but we are all happy and on a float, living our best life as we shoot to the Niagara Falls. What the fuck are you talking about, woman? What does that mean? Who are you? What? Just speak.
But she said something interesting in the line of she was sort of accusing we of she was accusing we of talking shit about Chris while being up here on the panel,
Yeah.
and we was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
So then that's why we invited Chris to the panel last time we were live, because we just wanted to make sure Chris knew that nothing was said about her. And
Well, we didn't need to, though, because
It's not
Chris has been here a long time. A long
No.
time.
no, it's this time it's got nothing to do with circle jerks. No, it was in another other channel, but yeah,
the toxic channel.
yeah, the toxic channels. Anyway, so yeah, long story short, we invited because we already knew that Linny was like lurking in the channel, because how would she even know what we had to say while being up here on the panel?
Hey,
It's
Lenny.
me.
Hey. Hey.
So, yeah. So we were like, come on over, Linny. Come over. You know you want it. So yeah, that was ultimately why we started this thing of saying hi to Linny each and every time, because she always lurks, apparently. So yeah. Hi,
The
Linny.
irony of which being that less than 12 hours after that, I happened to be strolling through the lesser known streets of the YouTubes. I had wandered way the fuck off familiar territory. I was in deep, very deep, elbow deep. It was I was scared. It was frightening. But I was committed. So off I had went down the little rabbit holes. And what do you know? A comment from the same Linny. Hey, Linny, hey! The same Linny who happened to be in the toxic chat, supposedly digging at me for being two-faced or something. Or I'm not quite sure because, as usual, she's as clear as dog shit. But she was making some terrible comments about Tony. So yeah, want to talk two-faced, Lenny? Come on over. Hey, I got you, bitch. I got you. But yeah, it's just Lenny, previously ex BFF of. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Is there a good way to phrase it? Some unfortunate types within the YouTubes. Still very tight with certain other unfortunate types. But yeah, go for it, Lenny. I mean, I'm a patient bitch. You're not too good at this. You're not too good at this.
You know, Tracy said that's the wrong Narnia.
Well, look, I waited. There was no Mr. Tumnus. So I had to keep going. I did find a chicken. I did find a couple of discarded eye patches. It was messy, but essential.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aquahoma, YouTube has never made sense. People forget that the first video that was on the YouTubes was of an elephant. Just a dude at the zoo with an elephant. No, that would have been way more understandable. But since then, it has only ever went sideways. So it started off at its most logical point with a dude at the zoo. After that, all bets were off. All of them. All of them.
And now every single YouTube creator thinks they have the memory of an elephant.
People who've only just literally been here under their own admission for the past 3 months, 6 months, not even a year. But here, you know all the shit. Here, you don't even know what you fucking did yesterday. Come back next week, you silly bitch, because quite frankly, I don't have time. Sorry. Sorry. Hey, Lenny, hey! Hey!
I'm not sorry for that. Come on, it's time we own our shit. Remember, we can't stand and say people shouldn't be two-faced dickbags, and then we go, oh, these people are fuckfaces, and then the next minute, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not.
Here's the thing. If anybody, I don't care whether it's the fuck off lady from yesterday, whether it's hey Lenny, hey, or any number of people prior, or no doubt will be tomorrow, who hate my guts intensely, including Frank apparently. So I was really crushed about that. He doesn't love me either. But we all have to survive. The difference is, I will at least tell you why I don't like you. However, I expect the same back.
Yeah.
If you're going to pretend to be my friend and then just disappear for several months, then pop up again, then fuck off again, then pop up again, then fuck off again. I mean, what are you deployed somewhere or something? Are you being stolen by someone? Have you been stolen by a chicken? Because quite frankly, that would make more sense than whatever it is you're doing. But yeah, you expect me to waste my time. Why? I'm done. You were done. You were done when you took off. So yeah, call up. I got time.
Yeah.
But we'll do this properly. Not playing silly buggers with you.
Yeah.
The end.
It's quite fascinating to see how many people are willing to play silly buggers on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
sad at times, and other times it's downright hilarious.
And then people trying to, just as I've confused Aquahoma there with the Frank situation, it's funny whenever you're like, yeah, I know this is a thing. How do you not know this is a thing? And then you start explaining it. How do you not know it? Well, here's what happened. So, back in 1972, and then before you know it, everything just gets weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, it's quite funny that even Miss Tina had that same problem today, which I had to explain to her why Miss Lisa Jones had no fucking idea who she was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is literally at the point these days where somebody like Molly makes more sense. Right? Look, this
And
is
that
the depths that we have plumbed at this point. We have gone way past the point of, a crazy woman being arrested in New Orleans and doing the most spectacular jail rant that I have seen in quite some time that was not on Live Leak. I don't know why. It should be. I might
yeah.
make that a thing. But, however, um, it is at that point where you're like, right, these are the people that now think they are the logical ones. What has happened to the planet? What? Where? What? What? I know I'm not all that in a bag of chips. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a lot of fucking going on there. I'm sorry. Hey, Lenny, hey!
Quit saying sorry about the fucking, because if you're going to say sorry about the fucking one more time, then I'm going to tell you who you sound like when you say, "Hey, Liddy, hey."
Hey!
it's 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 one of our favorite $17 jokes.
Right? Look, at this point, there's just a full repertoire building up. We're now just going to have a full little gambit of in jokes that by the time anybody ever joins chat will look like we're talking in some sort of 10th level code that will be glorious. Glorious, I tell you.
And people are going to say, "You cannot go to that channel. They speak a language beyond comprehension."
They are fluent in Jodie Sue Brown, and quite frankly, that is frightening. Just saying. Hey, Jodie Sue, hey!
You should see Mama. So, yeah. I bet your Mama's rolling. Hey, Mama, whenever I live stream, you think I'm kidding, right? Think I'm kidding? I ain't kidding. Whenever we live stream, I know there is going to be some laughing happening here. So I make preparations by sitting on a towel.
God, I'm having flashbacks. Traumatized just at the thought of it.
Not that it has ever been the case, but I like being prepared and shit. I don't want to be laughing so hard that I pee all over my chair.
Look, let me tell you another little story on my travels of the YouTubes. This is just over the past 12 hours, by the way. And I have also had a day of other commitments. So this has been intermittent viewing at the best. And I'm still like, what? 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 I went from a person who was reliving their heydays. The way they would describe it, it almost sounded like pre-Magnon Man. It was so long ago. It definitely wasn't. It more or less was the late 70s, early 80s. Great, live your best life. Happy for you. But why are you making it sound like it was so long ago? It's almost like it's within living memory for, quite a fucking lot of people. You aren't exactly unusual. Carry on. Reliving their drug experiences, which is fine. It's not an unheard of situation. But several of their glory stories, as I would like to term it, mentioned pooping themselves, and I'm like, dudes, I don't look. It was two dudes talking to each other, and I'm like, dudes, I don't think this is having quite the effect you think it is. You're trying to make it seem like, you've lived a life and you've seen some shit and you're all worldly and experienced. Realistically, I'm sitting here thinking, you were sitting in your own shit, dude. You were sitting in your own shit. That's what you were doing. Well done. We've all done that. We were all babies once. Congratulations. We didn't make a repeat habit of it. What are you doing, you fool? Went from that to the fuck you situation, to the 7th level of investigation situation. People popping up who were maybe seen a year ago, peeping up in places that they don't think anybody has ever seen them. It's been a whole lot where I'm like, what?
We. I'm starting to question the places you go when Stella and I go to sleep.
Hey, Lenny, hey!
And dear judgmental Chihuahua, I will neither confirm or deny that. Read the face.
It's a multi-purpose towel.
There we
Multi-purpose.
go. I know it's not crusty.
Oh, God. Chip it.
You see Mama scoping you out.
But yeah,
No.
look, and trust me, a lot of these places are still a lot better than some other I could mention. I'm still holding back. There's still a lot of stuff. So trust me whenever I try to explain that for the want of a much better word, they're literally the highlights of the past day. That is my highlights. Good night, cruel world. Good night. Because quite frankly, you have screwed me over. I have Linny as a BFF. I have Frank wondering if I don't love him. I have people wondering where I emerged from. People are now onto Griffey as being a whole different channel. That is actually a dude, but sure, yeah, fucking knock yourself out there, you lunatic. But, you know, what are we doing? Let's get an eye patch and just go off and fight a fucking chicken because it makes as much sense as anything else.
Thanks for dropping by the Wilson's Dallas. So yeah, there I can agree.
You're welcome back, Amy, anytime. I'm sorry that we didn't talk more about the thing, but I think you can understand why I didn't talk more about the thing also. We will talk about it. We will.
Oh, which reminds me, before you leave, you know how confused I get in certain channels where we're actually all in there and they start talking to Amy? Yeah, hi, my name's Amy.
Hi, Amy. Hi. Hey.
So, yeah. There we go. Isn't she a mod in here? I did give her. Yay for all the Amy's.
We have now got a selection of Amy's.
Yes, you do.
Sounds like a good night.
I'm the only one that can tie you up and lock you in the closet. Oh, which reminds me. Do you know what the most popular question is I get asked about you?
Say that again because you were breaking up. I don't know whether it was me or you.
Do you know what the question is I most regularly get asked about you?
Why does this Canadian chick not sound remotely Canadian? That is the most popular question you get asked. And how does Cher manage to be on your channel and have her own channel? Boom. Those are the questions.
No. The question I get asked regarding my dear friend Wee.
Why do you let that demented bitch speak at all? That's
no. Does we ever sleep?
Well,
and then of course, you know, being me, right? I would say,
yeah.
Funny you should mention that.
And what is your answer there,
Well,
little Griffey?
As I said, you know me, and I go into my whole fucked up way of explaining shit with the like
chicken and the eye patch and the hey, Lenny, hey, and then they're like, what?
Like a tornado and cracking shit. So then I launch into this epic tale of why the fuck are you asking me, a fellow insomniac who only gets into the bed at a regular hour because I got a mama in Texas that'll beat my ass if I do not go to bed at a regular time, and a wifey that is threatening divorce and or pain to certain body parts if I do not sleep. So the best thing I can do for dear fellow Wee is let her have at it for like 4 or 5 days, and when I think it's enough now, I just tie her up and put her in the closet. Hey, Megan Screams. So
Hello?
that seems to keep people happy.
What in the Jodie Sue Brown style explanation is that? People will have decided in their tiny, demented noodles that somehow there's some sort of meth lab involvement, some sort of, Holler Bunny style closet action happening. That quite frankly, I don't think the world is ready for. We have seen this. The world didn't like it when they got a glimpse of it. So now people are thinking terrible, terrible things, Griffey.
Well,
Terrible.
I can't just go ahead and tell them that you're the cheese in the middle, and after that you're so pumped up that you're like the Energizer Bunny on crack, so you can't sleep for 3 days after, or you walk funny.
Well, as I literally said in a chat last night or today, sometime, time is a question of your own perception. Who knows? Could have been any time. Could have been last year. Who knows? That it was like a defective Duracell bunny, really. And that I didn't actually sleep. I just sort of pause mid-sentence and then resume. That's generally how that goes. I wish I could tell you it was a cunning plan. I wish I could tell you it was a skill. I wish I could tell you it was cracker meth, because quite frankly, it would make more sense. Quite frankly, it would, yes. It's not.
Yeah.
It's none of those exciting things. It's just some people aren't allowed to sleep much. So, in order to fill that space within my brain, I could be, living my best life, thinking about arm wrestling a chicken with an eye patch. But instead of that, I'm listening to two dudes talk about shitting themselves on LSD. You're welcome.
Or saying, "Hey, Lenny."
Hey! Sorry, Mac and Screams. I didn't. Sorry about that. Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. We missed you. What has happened? Oh,
A
yeah, I
magic
do agree.
fairy.
Pollen sucks. Yeah, an Irish holler bunny that is also a magic fairy.
That sounds glorious. That makes me sound like I got mad skills, yo. Let's do
Yeah.
that. That's what I'm going to say the next time somebody says, "Don't you sleep?" I'm going to be like, "I'm an Irish holler bunny fairy." I just say nothing, just no explanation after that. Just like, boom, there you go. You were told.
Oh,
Now
you
what?
can add to that. You can say, "And I live in the closet of 2 South African lesbians." It's magic.
Well, it is magic. Hey, Lenny, hey!
You love Lenny, don't you?
I think I'm beginning to traumatize Stella to the point that she's just about to have the most awful reaction if Lenny ever does pop up in the chat. God help her. I'll need to say nothing. Stella's just going to explode. So, do you know what you have done to me?
Oh, oh yeah.
You are nothing fun.
You're knucking butts.
Yes, I am.
Oh, does more than that, Mama. She got her fingers broken because she tried to peep out the door once.
Look, girls gotta explore. You know, places to be, things to look at, poop stories to listen to.
Yeah.
You're welcome,
Well,
everybody. You're welcome.
well, as you know, my dear wifey poo is going like, and before she joins the infinite club of falling asleep on a live stream, I don't think we'll be joining that one soon. So proud of you, Miss Tracy.
Aquahoma, that would solve all of my life situations in about 5 minutes. That would be glorious. So let's do that. I'm down for it. Let's try it. What did Tracy do? I haven't even seen.
Okay. Well, I spoke when I spoke to Miss Tracy the last time. I said to her, I definitely feel that she needs to do one thing for herself. So she needs to do one thing for herself per month, right? Because let's be logical. I mean, you can't just go and do one very selfish thing for yourself.
Arm wrestling a chicken in an eye patch. Boom! Solved. Good night, everybody. Good night. You're welcome.
Right. So, what I said to her, I mean, she was like what? I said, go to like a Wendy's or Burger King or Kentucky Fried Chicken. Go order a burger and eat it before you get home. Just you. No thinking about getting for everybody because you're the mom and you always get for everybody and you always make sure that everybody gets before you get, right? Not that. Once a month. Once. You go, you do one thing just for you, nobody else. And now they're talking about food. She went and got herself. She went and she got herself. She went to Burger King for dinner by herself. And it may become a weekly thing.
I was about to say, should we not increase the frequency of this from monthly to slightly more often? I understand you were starting off small. I get it. You know, low attainable goals. You got there. Congratulations. Welcome. Welcome. If this is what it takes in life to stop you having some bizarre what in the Ernie style wrestling situation and hunting Benny Keys through the Serengeti type situation that is in his backyard, I would recommend at least once weekly. Yes, I think it's a very good idea. In fact, there you go. I don't normally give medical advice, but I will write you a fucking prescription for it. And you can cash that bitch in at any local drive-through. You're welcome. Next.
Okay, but you gotta sweeten the pot. Are you gonna write the prescription on Jody Sue's ass?
Don't you threaten me with a good time. And I'll live stream that bitch.
And charge $70 to view it.
Hey!
Hello, Lenny.
Hey, Lenny, hey!
Hey, Miss Tracy says we're better than her real doctor. We should charge. We can be kick-ass therapists.
Right?
$70. Quit being a dumbass. Cha-ching!
Hello, Soup. It's so good to see you here. And yes, Griffey is very cool people. Very cool people.
Well, currently I'm hot as fuck, but thank you.
Yes, you are.
Okay. You see, she waits until the very fucking end and then she'll pipe up and say something.
Well, guess I'm getting the lights turned off in my closet very early this evening because it looks like these two are going to be getting some after the stream. I'll just sit here and count my lettuce leaves while you two just, amuse yourselves. Don't be worrying about me. No. I'll just sit here looking at cobwebs.
The cheese in the middle.
Well, either she wants to be the cheese in the middle, we can complain as to one of us is the loudest and give us a whole ass explanation as to why one is louder than the other one.
Hey!
Yell
Hey,
Yes.
Scylla! Hey! If I see either of you with an eye patch, I'm out of here. I'm just saying. I can handle a lot of kink, but I'm just not down for it. Sorry.
Well, I have pretty good
Oh,
aim, so yeah.
you gave Mac and Skims their first blue dress.
Well, there you go. Have fun in the blue dress or the blue range with the
Does that-
toolbox.
Does that mean that we're a cult? Effectively, what in the Ernie shell is even happening over here? I'm beginning to be concerned about ourselves at this point.
Maybe.
Right?
So yeah, everybody's got a link in here because that's just how it goes. Unless you don't want a wrench, I'll take it away. Okay, I won't give Lenny a wrench though.
Oh, Lenny. I'll give you a wrench, darling. Come on over. I got you. I will give you my full toolbox. We will have a fucking whale of a time, you and I. Come on in. Come on. You'll know you'll love it. I will show you all my tricks, and oh my good God, you will be sorry you ever even took a peek in this direction. So please, I'm ready. I'm a patient bitch.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, over here, everybody's got a wrench. If you don't have one and you didn't ask not to have one, yeah, then you should ask, why don't I have a wrench? And we'll gladly tell you. But to all the rest who do have wrenches, feel free to drop your channels because we like promoting stuff like that over here.
And just for entertainment purposes, and because, I got my friends, lots of people in here have channels. Tracy, completely unfiltered, she has her own channel. She's going to drop her link in a little second.
Mhm.
Stinson has the Soup, has a channel in which she covers a very specific cult style situation. That's probably the best way I should explain that. There are no Ernie shells, but a whole different layer of what in the good God are you doing? Please stop that. It is not good. And a bit like myself, because she has quite a recognizable voice, you will also find her, despite Ziggy and her best fucking uncovering detective squirrel efforts, you will find her on Circle Jerk, and it's kind of fun over there. It can be manic. As Aquahoma said, maybe chat isn't for everybody. If you want it to be slow or a conversational style effort, there can be a lot going on. There's a lot of things happening.
Yeah.
And
Especially if Tiffany Marie enters the chat.
in which case, get that eye patch on, fling a chicken, and just go for it. Go for it. Every
Swing
woman
for
for
the-
themselves at that point. Just have at it. Have at it.
Yeah. You know, I was actually watching that AB clip video that he did of that. And I was like, oh my God. Did I really type that much? Did I have all that to say? Because you just see Griffy. Like, God.
It's almost like you've been, filtering yourself with, trying not to engage the crazy, and then there's just times where you're like, no, it's just time to say this shit at this point, because quite frankly, you have brought it on yourself. There is nothing to be gained from withholding at this
Yeah.
moment. Nothing. Yeah.
And I must admit, I've been wanting to tell Tiffany Marie to go fuck herself for a while now.
Look, I have been up, as Griffey will tell you, and Ginger. There's a reason why I call that person Narty Snatch. And it's not my secret squirrel porn name for her. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. Her and I, best buds. I love her. Yeah. Hey, Tiffany Marie. Hey.
Yeah, as if that narcissistic bitch would ever bother to drag herself over here.
Oh. Look, I just let me put it this way. You don't need to have a spirit box app, tarot cards, or a demented mermaid to be able to see into the future sometimes. And for some people, you can see how life takes an unfortunate turn. It sometimes is very unpredictable. Others, you're just like, yeah, you are landing your own path so full of shit, you're going to skid from here till eternity. And quite frankly, I will be happy to watch you. So, when it comes to Miss Tiffany Marie, for example, she has done it so spectacularly that anybody backing her up is going to have almost 5 years of unfucking of a situation to do. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, somebody forgot to warn Tiffany Marie that Ginger Snap is quite kinky. She likes to be watched.
Nay, Tiffany Marie. I'm gonna have to stop saying that. It's literally my equivalent of Ginger's. I can't do it. Ginger can do it. Soup can do it. The whole bless your heart thing. I'm pretty sure Aquahoma could give it a good go as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah.
I think
But
I'd possibly be able to parody a little bit better on that. Wait a minute, is that Tiffany Marie? Just give me a fucking second. I'm just gonna go grab my coffee.
let me tell you about the fresh raspberries I went to the store to buy. And then AB, he sent me some weed, and we had a really nice conversation. At which point, myself and the girls on the rooftop bar somehow decided to become level 10 bitches and fucking assassinate half of YouTube, and now want to act like their shit doesn't stink. Fuck off. Keep fucking off. Continue to fuck all the way off. You're welcome. Griffey may have heard me say that before. She can almost sing it like a wee tune.
I will neither confirm nor deny. What's another phrase? I know you guys have it in the US. We don't fucking have it over here, and the UK doesn't have it either. But yeah, let's just for the sake of diversity, I plead the fifth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, you didn't go a little nuts when she first came in. You were brilliant. I was rolling and swearing at her all at the same time.
I was very glad not to be on panel because, as you could probably guarantee, the choice of language, sometimes my own temper can get the better of me. Here we're just having a laugh and a joke. We're just hanging out with our mates, having a nice time, trying to unfuck most of YouTube and its effects on our brain. But whenever she is a whole piece of work, and quite frankly deserves everything possible. Everything. What you could ever say was hilarious, to the point that you literally had the respect of the entire drama community as well. And those can be some sour bitches. So, and that that was just off the cuff. That was like I've been waiting for you. Come on in. Hey, Lenny, hi. That's kind of how that was rolling. That was glorious.
Where have you been all my life?
I know, right? Funny you should crop up. Yeah. How do you know you're in shit? Tiffany Marie's the only one in your corner. That's how you know you fucked up. That's how you know you made some really bad life choices. Really bad life choices.
But one thing that makes me so happy that Soup is here in the chat, because I rarely have the opportunity to ask things like this. Or not ask, actually, just mention.
Are you kicking me out of my closet for Soup? Is that what you're doing?
No.
God damn it, Soup.
No.
I will pack my tiny suitcase and leave.
You are fucking permanently pasted on here. Your ass has been super glued. I'm terribly sorry to say. You've been handcuffed and tickled with feathers and stuck with super glue. You ain't going nowhere.
Don't you kink shame me. Don't you put all my business out there.
You see, the two of you on today's, the earlier thing that happened with the very misguided idiot that thought
the bad friend, that person
that thought she was exonerating herself by releasing the call that she did.
Yeah.
I happened to find the last 2 comments in that live chat to be Wee Frosty Ewok and the Soup. And I must admit, although I was really applauding dear Wee because she spoke ton of truth there, Soup, you had me curious, saying, more to come? Oh,
Soup and Pearl. Soup and Pearl. It was glorious. Yeah. I was
Pearl's
like,
Pearl came in the front and Soup brought it up from the rear.
Right.
That was brilliant.
It was a full circle jerk gangbang situation. It was, and I was there for every second of it because that was only the foreplay. It was like, come on over, we we see you now. We have time today.
Oh, you were there, Ginger Snap. It was that whole freaking the Cindy call that was released by Smarty Pants over there and her
Well,
illegal credit card.
here's the other parts of these statements, just for anybody who didn't catch it. You will see it if you didn't. There also happened to be a Griffey in the wild lobbing her own little South African grenades into the chat. It was glorious. I was there for every explosive moment. Because again, Griffey has listened to me for a year going, what the fuck's she doing now? What is this? What is this? Why? And then equally me go, but Griffey, look. She obviously has had some, the same way that I do on a daily basis. I fuck my own head up. I'm sorry. The rest of you have to endure this situation. But then,
So
like a glorious swan, gracefully gliding into the chat, we have a wild ginger snap just peeping out of the reeds, just like the most glorious little mirage, paddling down, nothing even happening. And just in the most subtle, God bless your heart style comments that only somebody with a true Southern friend knows how epically accurate, classy, professional, and yet sarcastic she was being. And I was like, this is the most joyful conversation. I'm kind of, I mean, if you're ever going to transform a terrible situation into a good one, it is interesting to me how, as Ginger said today, a group of people with no announcement, no rallying of the troops, came together and we're all singing from the same hymn sheet. It was beautiful. 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 Well done, choir. Well done.
So yeah, that made me equally curious, right? If you were to, because you sit and look at this whole deal, what's unfolding right now, it's like the war between Ziggy and the entire Circle Jerk clan.
Oh, it's way bigger than that, but yeah. That one
okay.
is a very uniquely direct situation. Unique.
But can you just for a moment imagine, because I thought about it and the image in my head was just too fucking hilarious and I couldn't let it go. Can you just imagine a panel of you, me, Miss Tracy, Aquahoma, Ginger Snap, Stella, and what I think Miss Lisa Jones
So
going at Biggie from the flank? Yeah,
I just think that would be glorious. We would be, whereas the Circle Jerks try to provide at least some sort of restrained qualities at times. There's a common thread over here in the fact that we have given our last fuck quite some time ago. And God help anybody who gets in the way of it. Hey, Linny, hey! Hey, girl! Hey! That it would be just amazing and beautiful. And a little wild ginger snap just paddling past. Do, do, do.
Hey! And you got Miss Tracy with a bat over her shoulder saying, "Where's this bitch? I'm about to club somebody." Um,
Lisa
Oklahoma.
Jones with some homemade Molotov cocktails, just lobbing them from the bank like. "Ba-dum, ba-dum."
Like that, you bitch.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good.
Yeah. I mean, if you sit and think about it, if they're already bitching, saying that it's so many people against Ziggy, can you just imagine how it's gonna start a freaking fire sale in YouTube? Like, circle jokes, Ziggy, and us coming, hello.
The thing is, I think there's so many people who could potentially line up for that gig that it will be
Oh,
interesting to see who takes tickets next. That's going to be the. And as I said to Ginger today, there is quite something startling about watching someone thinking they're burning someone else. Really, what they're doing is setting themselves on fire, and yet somehow unaware that the only person in their corner, Tiffany Marie, is enjoying every moment of that barbecue situation and just watching the bitch burn. And you're like,
yeah.
oh, good God, this is. I have. What? What are we doing? I want to go back to the dudes talking about pooping themselves. It made more sense. It made more sense. It
Mama,
did.
I think YouTube did have a Beggars Anonymous, but it got begged out.
Okie dokie
I
soup.
think I think a lady with like reddish hair and another lady with also like reddish hair and a dude that wears a baseball cap that doesn't fit him and another one that wants to look like that cat lady with a lot of plastic surgery and quite a few others. I think they had a collective and went and robbed the place. That's what happened to YouTube Beggars Anonymous.
Right? I
Right.
mean, although this is where you have to wonder, is YouTube actually controlled by some sort of demon AI? Because it's very strange and coincidental to me how previous clip channels that are no longer around,
Yeah.
because they've moved on to pastures new, uh, some of their previous footage that I had watched was popping up in my recommendeds that would have made that whole self barbecue situation just the biggest irony of ironic situations where Alanis Morissette would have been eye rolling her entire way home. She would have been like, yeah, I just, no, not doing this. No, no, no. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Lisa Jones has suction cups. What is even happening in the chat? I have not even looked. I've been that busy just thinking about swans and Molotov cocktails that I haven't even don't know what's happening.
You know, Ginger Snaps talking about to me, it's like Disney villains pairing up. Why do I see that whole strategy rear ended attack onto Ziggy featuring Ginger Snap starting off in a melody singing, poor unfortunate soul in pain, in need. I see that happening.
At least Ginger would finesse the shit out of it. Everybody would have their own little, little goodie bag. They would have their own little shirts. They would walk around with bedecked head to toe in a unique set of memorabilia in order to
Yeah.
make you feel part of the crowd with that I would be there for every second of it. Every
Oh,
second.
it would make my day if she gave Ziggy the Ursula tentacles and stuff.
Handcrafted, literally stitched by candlelight with her
Yeah.
own with her own silkworms who have created the fabric, because she will have level 11 shit out of that. It would be glorious.
Yeah.
No pressure, Ginger. No pressure. No pressure.
Oh, first of the month, look out. Beggars galore on every corner. Which reminds me, my PayPal is pinned to the top of chat.
Oh, and before you go, ladies, I think you should drop your little merch link. You haven't dropped that in quite a while for
Yeah.
the store. As you will well know, from a very secretive source who barely ever mentions it, you can get some really nice merch from
Yeah.
lovely Griffey's store. You can get your fabulous Toothless Hooker Gang shirt. You can talk about donkeys with random strangers, which will be a hilarious conversation. And you can also have Way on yourself, the best merch on YouTube. Boom! You're welcome. Welcome. One for every day of the week, and twice on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. No, Mama, you did not hear me say that. Mama, you did not hear me say nothing. Oh, yeah. I also have a collection of Donkey Park shirts that I custom made for Mama.
One of the most fabulous shirts was Lisa Jones's shirt also.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So yeah, if you would like Griffey to make you a shirt, if you have a design in mind, if you have a, birthday, funeral, your hamster's getting married, you name the situation, Griffey's your girl. You're welcome.
Yeah. If you want a shirt that said, I saw Griffey finally opening up a big trap and saying something to someone who's an asshole instead of sitting there smiling saying, yeah, they're probably just having a bad day. I can do that for you too.
Can we just do a little bit of market research in the chat before we go?
Yeah.
Can we get a 5 in the chat if you would wear a Hey Linny Hey shirt, or just a Hey? Would that be a thing you would wish to purchase?
I was also thinking about, the small video thing I did.
Yeah,
If there's anybody agreeing with that, I can put some of that stuff on a shirt as well.
Well, quite frankly, it could almost be like the Declaration of Independence. You could print that entire thing out on a shirt and people would be like, yeah, yep. That's why it was so popular. You didn't need to, it was just like, yeah. It was one of those universal truths video.
Yes, I'm finishing up Papa's masturbator shirt. So that one
That
was
sounds
definitely
so very bad.
kinky, kinky, right?
Um,
Masturbator.
oh.
Because Papa is a bass fisherman and he fishes with bait. So he's a master baiter. And just like Miss Tracy, she wants a master baster shirt.
I didn't do this, world. I had no responsibility for this. This is all Griffey, Aquahoma, and Tracy. You're welcome.
And,
Blame them.
and, now,
It is not me
and,
for once. Haha.
and now you see I gotta put a chicken with an eye patch on a shirt.
If we don't have a ginger swan, I will also cry. Just saying. Just saying.
Need one that says what in the cornbread hell. Okay. We're definitely I'm screenshotting as we go.
Ginger, I request respectfully that you find out, can swans eat cornbread without exploding? I need to know these things.
Yes.
She knows I'm not joking. Griffey knows that is exactly the kind of thing I will go and figure out, because hello, welcome to my world. Now you know why I end up on channels with people talking about LSD poops.
There goes Mom. There's Mama. Look, we keep our worms in a can, not on YouTube.
Well, some of the worms are escaping the can at the minute because there were too many. There were just too many. We have the medicine. It is being treated. It's a whole situation. We have moved on with our lives. There will be no escapage hereafter.
Yep.
We've got it back, and sometimes you just gotta whip those little puppies back into shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lily. Hey.
Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, if you guys wish to support the channel, do so. If you do not, if you just want to hang out with us, that's great too. We love you for it. You won't see me sending you any shitty messages telling you, oh,
If you want to donate. If you don't.
no.
What in the Ernie Shell blue dress hell are we even doing anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Oh, can I also give you another little reminder? There's another channel called Red and Blue Make Poo.
Yeah.
They can be a little bit infamous on occasionally on certain parts of the YouTube streets. They're up and coming. It's an enjoyable thing to watch.
Yeah.
But one thing that they are doing is little weekly music streams where you can request a song, and Pooh, who also won part of the Circle Jerk fancy dress competition for Halloween, will put your request into the little mix, and it is actually a really enjoyable conversation. It's a nice chat. It's relaxed. People are just hanging out. It's not anything that covers most of the YouTube craziness. It's just people hanging out and listening to some tunes. If that's your bag, pop on over, drop a little sub, tell them Griffey sent you. Don't tell them you're going to weigh on Pooh, because that would just be weird. But you'll have a nice time over there if that's your cup of tea.
No, Mama, red and blue makes poo, apparently.
It's purple poo.
It's purple poo. But yeah. Now, as always, we love having you guys here, and thank you for joining us. We will be back again soon. Yeah, what? It's our third live stream this week, isn't it? No. Well, it's our third live stream in a short vicinity of time. We haven't been able to do that in a while.
It was Friday, Sunday, and Wednesday.
Yeah, Friday, Sunday,
Don't
Wednesday.
ruin it. Don't aggravate the electricity gods into a fit of rage again.
Yeah.
Let's just be grateful for it. Long may it continue.
Yes.
Otherwise,
But I
I end up watching poos.
But I do agree that Red and Blue Max Boo does play awesome music. I mean, I love that previous live stream.
Yeah,
That was
There-
awesome.
it's very enjoyable. It's just a nice place to hang. Nice place
Yeah.
to hang.
It's relaxing. It takes you away from all the shit
Yeah,
while talking about some of the shit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just it's a much lower key conversation than most places. It doesn't need.
Yeah.
It's just give it a wee go, see what you think. If you haven't been there, you'll enjoy it. And they
Yeah.
also make some funny shit also.
Very true. Anyway, love you guys very, very much. Thanks for being with us, and we will be back again very, very soon.
Yeah.
For our next round of fuckery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta say goodbye to Lenny one more time before we go.
Bye, Lenny. Bye. Love you, Lenny.
Okay, you're overselling that shit now.
Don't know what you mean. Don't know what you mean.
Love all of you, and we'll see you again next time.
Nighty night,
Bye.
everybody.